Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the house of David, which is the elect men, women, and children. So another article going in on the current events. This is coming from political.com or political.eu. It says French government hit with cyber attacks of unprecedented intensity. All right, unprecedented intensity. And I love when I see that word unprecedented, because that word literally means, well, let me not say literally, because let me get the exact definition. It says the meaning of unprecedented is having no precedent, unexampled, right? It says without previous incidents, never before known or experienced. And that ties into prophecy, because as we're going to get, the scriptures tells you that the times that we're living in is a time like never before. Okay. And there's various different reasons for that. But one of the reasons for that, tying into what is, this article, is because cyber attacks, all right, has not been a thing, in the past, all right, from the ancient world, obviously, even in modern times. Cyber warfare is a new type of warfare. All right. However, it has devastating effects because the internet is so ingrained in society, right? It's like the arteries of the world. And when you attack an artery, of the body, it can, obviously cause a heart attack, cause your whole body to malfunction. Well, that's similar with what happens with when a cyber attack is used. It can, and depending on which infrastructure, that's why the FBI and CIA was talking about critical infrastructures of, may be targeted by various different governments through a cyber attack. And if that happens, it can, shut down the whole entire, it could shut down the whole entire society, right? So it says several French government departments have been experiencing a series of cyber attacks in the past day, with the government activating a crisis unit to deal with the attack. According to the Prime Minister's office, the impact has now been reduced and access to some government websites was reestablished, but the attacks are still ongoing. And it's interesting how, you just had the French president came out and said that they, that NATO troops can be, put in Ukraine. And then you had a bunch of different, NATO countries, denying those allegations, X, Y, and Z. But here now, all of a sudden, they get hit with a cyber attack. It says since Sunday, several government departments have been the subject of cyber attacks whose technical methods are conventional, but the intensity unprecedented, the Prime Minister office said in a statement. Many ministerial services have been targeted, he added. Teams mobilized from the interministerial digital affairs department, DINM, and France Cyber Security Agency, ANSSI, continue to fend off the attacks, added the Prime Minister's office. It is still unclear who is behind the attacks. Pro-Russian hacker group Anonymous Sudan claimed responsibilities for a massive cyber attack on the infrastructure of the French Interministerial Directorate of Digital Affairs on their Telegram channel. The group has been behind a series of political motivated distributed denial of service attack, DDoS, in which massive amount of internet traffic are directed at websites and services, causing them to go down. And just remember, just last week you had the AT&T telecommunications, right? They went down, and then a couple of days later, Meta, social media sites like Facebook Instagram. Um, I think Facebook, Instagram. I don't know if Threads also went down, but I know Facebook and Instagram also went down. However, they were saying that it was a data problem, but that is very coincidental that that happened just a couple days after the whole um, AT&T incident. Then on top of that, you had the whole insurance. That insurance company, they was dealing with a cyber attack. So this is something that is picking up steam, is happening a lot more frequently. Okay, once again, you had the FBI director of Babylon America say that critical infrastructures could be targeted soon, and all of the red lights are flashing more than what happened in September, all right, of 2001. So it's all being telegraphed that this something like this can happen at any moment. And the thing is, a lot of people, a lot of civilians, a lot of the people that are asleep, they do not have this even in their minds that something like this could take place, and they don't even understand the magnitude of it if it does happen. I'm speaking about if an actual major cyber attack happened, right? Which we always bring out time to time. You had major countries um simulate a financial cyber attack. You see, so it could be financial. They could, some type of where the banks are, all of the bank systems go down, which would play right into the hand of them introducing the digital, infrastructure of payment. All right, it could be the grid. All right, it could be a water supply. It could be anything. You see, and that's when the scripture says that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy times. Because if we are in unprecedented times, right? If we're in unprecedented times, then there is no ceiling to what the destruction or the devastation or the chaos could be. And that's why the scripture says in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, verse 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation, even to that same time. Right? Because nations, once again, cyber warfare is a new war front. All right, but it has very, very devastating effects on a society, because everything is operates through the cyber world. All right, everything operates through electronics. See, back in the ancient world, things were more physical. You see, you wanted to get a information to a person, you had to physically tell them, or you had to send a messenger, right, with a scroll, and they had to go and deliver the message. People don't even read the newspaper anymore because it's right on your phone, right? All of the information that we're getting, we're not looking for a newsboy to come and drop off the newspaper. Is you just go right on your phone. So things like that, this type of society and this type of age, as the scripture says in the book of Daniel, you can actually jump down. I think it's verse where is it? Knowledge shall increase. Verse 4 says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end." And this is the time that we're at. We're in the time of the end. "Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." Okay, knowledge has been increased, right, through technology, but however, now technology can is a target, can be targeted. All right, and if that and when that happens, it's going to be a time like never before, because once again, it's an unprecedented type of warfare. And that's why, and a lot of people in this society, in this world, they are very dependent on technology. Hell, and even technology that is not even needed. For instance, once again, when the AT&T service went down and people that had AT&T couldn't go on the internet, you know, people were upset. They were acting like they couldn't function. A lot of times when you have certain social media website crash, you know, people literally start to panic. So how much more when it's actual essential things that are not no longer available? All right. When there's things that are needed in order for you to function from day to day, and those things are just taken away at a snap of a finger because a cyber attack it can happen at any moment, and it could last for a very long time. So how do you think people are going to react during those times? And it's going to be the ones who are asleep, the ones who are not aware, all right, because of their surfeiting and their drunkenness and the cares of this world, that day comes upon them unawares, and they fall into the snare, into the trap, because all they're going to want is a solution. They're going to want a way out of it, and then that's when they get hit with that that okey doke where they go down to Egypt for help, and that would be to their shame and to their confusion. You see, so hey, we got to keep continue to keep looking out for these things. Because it's happening more and more frequently, and it's being done to infrastructures that are very vital to societies. Okay, so that's basically pretty much it. Lord willing, I end it there. This is edifying unto the elect, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Shalom.